Let's get all nice and comfy here. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. You know what I was doing? What I was watching before we went on today? I was watching my 2021 Corvette channel year in review. And wow, man, so many amazing moments that we shared with this car, things we did with this car, the way we connect with this car. It's special. I want you to check that out, especially you new subscribers, or maybe somebody missed that video as we recapped all of last year. We didn't even fit everything in, but it was quite an amazing year, and it was great to share it with you guys. That video link is down below in the description. YouTube app people will put a linky up in there for you. Please check that out. I know you'll get the same smile, the same feel good that I have right now. Thank you again. Hey, real quick, I'm sorry if you try to call me or text me on Friday. Phone went down. Update only went through Thursday, so I didn't have any of those calls I missed or text messages. So if I did not communicate with you, please call me Monday, tomorrow, when I'm back in the office, and I look forward to talking to you guys. And real quick, a shout out to Dylan at the Apple Store at Easton in Columbus, Ohio. Great customer service, so knowledgeable, so helpful, getting me set up with my brand new phone. Dylan, nice job. And did you guys hear that? Is that a Z06? Sure. Now, I'm sorry, I think that sounded like a Z06. In fact, that will be the topic of today's Coffee with Conti in just a moment. A couple quick pieces of reminder also as we're talking YouTube stuff, channel stuff. My second channel had a lot of fun this past week. Some of the awesome people that I get to deal with, we share there with the send-off pats on Corvette, shorts, and more. That channel link also down below in the description if you get a chance to check that out. I do appreciate it. Even had fun the other day making fun of ourselves and the situation we're in right now with no cars. I know this is a short-term thing, but hey, man, if you can't make fun of yourself, I mean, come on. Absolutely. A couple more pieces of information we forgot to give you on our Thursday video here on the main channel because it wasn't up. The 2023 visualizer for Stingray, that's now live. The Z06 one's been up for a couple of months now, but you can go in there, kind of build the car, play around with it, spin the car around a little bit, get an idea what it looks like. But remember, those computer depictions are not exactly representative of what the car is going to look like, hence the caffeine color. And a lot of people are asking about the Chevy build and price tool. That'll go on Chevy.com, and I anticipate that not going live for you guys. It's a little bit easier to use when you're actually speccing out and trying to build your car. That probably won't go live until 22 production is done. That's usually how they do that. Now, 22 ordering is over, but they're still making 22. So I anticipate when that's over, then that will populate and go live for you, and then we wait for the announcement and the pricing and all that tool to go live for Z06. As we get that information, I'll let you guys know. If you want the visualizer links, I'll put both the Z06 and the Stingray ones down below in the description for you as well. And for today, now I'm telling you, that sounds like a Z06. Today's feature clip for you guys on our Coffee with Conti show. I'm so excited that Donovan in Windsor watches us and then reached out to us. The borders opened up. He came over to Detroit last week and started driving around. Got excited, saw a C8. As he drove up on it, he goes, "Oh, hey, that's a Z06. And then he got right up on it and he goes, "Hey, that's Tadge." And then lo and behold, they end up parking in the same parking lot and had a 20-minute conversation. And then Donovan says, "Hey, Rick, you see that picture I texted you of me standing by the Z06? He goes, "That's Tadge's car." He goes, "And Tadge took the picture of me by his car." What I have for you now in today's Coffee with Conti is that conversation of the encounter and what they spoke of. Tadge and Donovan now talking about the 2023 Z06 on today's Coffee with Conti.
Hey, Rick, I'm doing great. How you doing?
Hey, busy as always, but you caught me the other day and I didn't have any chance to spend more time with you, but I wanted to call back and number one, thank you for thinking of me to share your encounter with Tadge and the Z06. So I wanted to go on the channel and share that with people because what a neat story for you and from Tadge and for Corvette. So if you had a quick minute.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm from Canada.
Okay.
Dual citizen. Okay. So, and then last week they had opened up the border. So I said, you know what, I'm going to head over because it had been 2 years because of the pandemic. We weren't able to really travel to the States, just crossing the Detroit border there. So
Right.
I said, you know, Friday's coming. I'm going to head over to Detroit and do my usual, have a coffee and lunch or something and hang out in Michigan. So I'm driving in Michigan, having, you know, just driving down the street, and then I look over and I see a red, what I thought was a C8, and I said, oh, okay, I recognize that car. And I said, wait a minute, that's not just a C8, that's a Z06.
Right.
And I was super surprised because I've been following, you know, all the developments of the C8 and the Z06 and everything. Of course, watching your channel, you've been so informative, and it's been amazing. So
thank you.
I'm pretty familiar with the car. Actually, I have one C8 placed on order, but we'll get into that in a minute. But so I look over and I see the Z06. I said, oh my God, I haven't seen one of these. I haven't heard one of these. And so I get on my camera. I said, I got to take a picture of this thing or a video. Anyhow, I start to kind of drive next to it, and then I realized that it's Tadge driving. I said, oh my goodness, chief engineer for Corvette.
Yeah.
This is the guy. This is like seeing Enzo Ferrari driving his Ferrari. So, so I'm like, this is Tadge Junta. This is incredible. What an opportunity. So anyhow, long story short, I just been kind of driving next to it for about 3-4 minutes, and then I had to pull over and stop in the parking lot to just take care of some things for the day. Sure enough, he pulls in, you know, a few spots down from me. I said,
well, I was going to ask you that because you got some still photos, so I'm like, did you follow him? So he followed you when you pulled over because he knew that you were taking pictures and video?
He did not even realize I was following him. He had no idea because I'd asked him that. So, no, he didn't know. It was just kind of dumb luck where I pulled over, he pulled over.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's all that was. And so I was getting out. He was getting out. I said, hey, hey, Tadge, you mind if I just ask you a couple of things? You know, love the car. You must be so proud of, you know, what you've developed here. And so we got to chatting. So, you want to know a few things, Rick, about the conversation that day?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I introduced myself. I tell him I'm from Windsor and that I've got a C8 Corvette, hopefully in the books. I've got my deposit down, and I told him since July 2020, I put my deposit down. It's been almost 2 years now, coming up in 2022.
Oh yeah,
July, and I haven't heard any word even on when I might not even get it this year. They're saying I'm 5th on the list at my dealership, but I think they only get 4 to 6 allocations per year, so I might not even get my C8 this year. Anyhow, so I was talking to Tasha a bit. I said, I feel bad for this program because this is an absolutely stunning program. You guys have worked so hard on it for so many years, and now we've got all these issues with constraints and pandemic and shutdown and tornadoes and all these things. And the guy's only doing what he can do. He's a super smart, super great guy, and there's nothing, he'd love nothing more than to have all of these parts, carbon fiber, and all these components of the C8 and the Z06 to be available so that he can sell these. But his hands, unfortunately, are tied.
Correct.
Because he needs the parts, and it's a global thing. So I just want to touch on something, Rick, on behalf of the folks out there that are really anxious and upset that their vehicles aren't arriving. Guys, there's nothing that these folks at GM or any of these car companies can do. They are at the mercy of the parts, and they're at the mercy of these factories not able to produce because of shipment issues, because of constraints, because of global supply. So, just sitting here talking to Tadge, I can totally understand that he's working as hard as he possibly can to be putting these vehicles together.
Right.
But it's like saying, Rick, say you build a car and everything comes in, every single component except the steering wheel. Well, guess what? You can't sell the car.
That's a great analogy, man, because that's exactly right. And I'm glad you said that, because I've got people who have been waiting so long, and that's why the quantities that we can order and release and allocations change so drastically because of the situations you're talking exactly about right now. And it is a bummer. Like you said, it's not like they don't want to put the car to market. They're more than prepared. They've brought a great product. So for the ones that we've been able to deliver, one day you'll get yours and you'll see what we're talking about. It is worth the wait, and it really is a remarkable car. But we're in just some extenuating, changing market conditions that that it's hard to handle because we've never been in this environment before. It's a freaking mess. It really is.
It's a mess, and it's unfortunate. Everyone's trying as hard as they can. They want to sell these cars. There's a ton of people on these order lists. So what I wanted to say to your viewers is, guys, be patient. If you've got an order with your dealership, please don't get upset at your salesperson. Don't get upset at Tadge. Don't get upset at anybody. You have to be patient, guys. I mean, it is what it is. It's
my first email I got today when I came in, my first email got in today. The guy's been waiting a while. And as you suck, I'm starting over somewhere else, Rick, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't control the pieces, parts. I don't control the production. I don't control the allocations. I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and we try to share that on the channel. But that's how my day started. I opened a "you suck" email.
Rick, that's so disheartening to me because it's not your fault. You're trying everything that you can possibly do.
I know,
and that
man.
upsets me that folks are, I don't know what it is. I don't know why people are getting mad.
We've had a tough couple of years, and I used to let that stuff bother me. Now it's just like I just laugh and I'm like, okay, what are you going to do? But then you look at the flip side of that, and it just goes to show you the desire, the demand to want the car. And I get that, I respect that, but we are handcuffed in a lot of degrees. So how long did you sit? I need to know how long you sat and talked to Tadge in the parking lot, man. That's so freaking cool.
I talked to him one-on-one. It was just the two of us for a good 15 to 20 minutes, which was unbelievable. This guy's a legend, Tadge.
Yes.
I've kind of followed his path the last 10 years or so. So I knew everything about the car. I knew everything about the C8. I knew, many things, let's say, about the Z06. But, we chatted one-on-one for about 15 to 20 minutes. He was super nice. I said, do you mind if I take a couple pictures of the car? He said, absolutely, absolutely. And I said, do you mind if could you rev it for me a few times? He said, definitely. He said, I would appreciate if you didn't record it. Right. I said, no problem, Tadge, no problem. So he fired it up, and I'll tell you, Rick, have you seen or heard one of these in person yet? Not in person yet.
And I was going to ask because he was so willing to allow you to take pictures. I mean, one of the pictures that we shared in this upload and conversation, I mean, he opened up that hatch area. You're right on top of the engine with the engine builder's name. I mean, that's what's great about Tadge. He is a regular guy. He is a car guy. He gets the car, the market, and he gets the customer, and he enjoys engaging with all of us. And I have just renewed respect for him each and every day. I really do.
Yes, he's a super great guy. And so we were chatting about the car, and then he said, hey, Donovan, do you want me to start it up and give it a few revs? Because I had completely forgotten that I had even asked him that.
Well, he and the team have worked extremely hard besides of the engine. This engine is historical for its power, but that exhaust note is also equally historic and just how it's designed, and you got to give them credit for what they really thought about on that to give us the resonance outside the car, but how it echoes back into the car, so you feel more a part of the driving experience and feel more part of that kick-ass engine, man. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear one in person. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. So he put it in regular sport mode and gave it a few revs.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, this is nice. And then he put it in track mode.
Oh boy.
And Rick, I will tell you, that exhaust note, that robustness of that car, that thing is a legitimate supercar. I was blown away. I was not expecting that. A good friend of mine has a 2021 Lamborghini Huracan naturally aspirated V10, and that thing is loud. But when Tadge revved this 5.5 liter flat plane crank, 670 horsepower engine in track mode, when he revved that thing, that is a supercar. The robust sound, I was floored.
And even if you got video or audio of that, Donovan, we would never, even on the channel, be able to really appreciate that because it gets compressed. So like you said, when you see it in person, when you hear it in person, it is going to impress. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. I'm a car guy through and through, and I've seen the Z06 videos on YouTube channels. I've heard the revs. I've heard the cold starts. But when I heard this thing in person, Rick, people are going to go nuts. This thing is a a machine. It is a
It's a monster. I
piece
said
of
it's a
engineering.
monster. It's a track monster.
It's a track monster. And if you can get one, eventually, if any of the folks,
Right.
I can't even get put on the Z06 at this point, the list,
Right.
because it'll be 5-6 years from now. But I'll be happy with my C8. But to the folks that are privileged enough to get this eventually, maybe next year or whatever, I know it's supposed to come out this summer. But whenever it does come out, if you're lucky enough to get one of these, this is a true supercar. It really is.
Man, I'm glad you took time to call me back, share the experience again with me, with my audience, because we're looking for different pieces of information and things to kind of keep us hanging on. And this is impressive that here the border's open for the first time. You come over from Windsor, and then whereabouts, let me ask you that, and then you run into Tadge in the Z06 and then talk to him, for Pete's sakes. I mean, you want to talk about the lucky stars. Oh my gosh. Where exactly were you guys driving around in the Detroit area? Or were you north of Detroit?
Troy, Michigan.
Troy, okay, I thought so. Okay, Troy, that's what I thought. It looked like you were in the Troy area. Okay, how about that? All right, so folks in the Troy area, be on the lookout for Tadge and that red Z06, and a big thumbs up and a big applause for our friend Donovan in Windsor that watches the channel and, as you could tell, is a huge Corvette fan, and I can't wait for you to be a Corvette owner. So update us once you get your C8, and then give us a call back. I'd love to share some feedback on what you think of the car.
That sounds great, Rick. Keep doing what you're doing, and guys, just be patient with your vehicles, whether it's a Corvette or a Chevy pickup or something, or Equinox. Just
Hey, how about just
folks.
life,
I mean,
man? Just life. Everything in life is jacked up right now.
It really is.
Yeah.
But Rick, love your channel.
Thank you.
Love your channel. Been watching it for a long time. You're doing a great thing. And say hi to Chuck for me.
I will. Thanks, Donovan. Appreciate it. Got you saved in the phone, and great chat today. Well, guys, what did you think of that conversation? There it is again. Dad, I'm telling you, that's a Z06. Donovan, thank you again for watching the channel, reaching out, and giving us an opportunity to share your encounter with Tadge. Yeah, I'm jealous, man. I would love to have that opportunity. I've got not softball questions. I've got a couple of questions that haven't been asked of Tadge yet in regards to Corvette and the things that he works on. So maybe I'll get a chance to ask him if he's at the birthday bash. One of the reasons I would go to the bash event at the National Corvette Museum later this month is simply I love seeing you guys. Yes, I want to see the Z06 in the flesh. I haven't done that yet. But I want a picture of Tadge next to my car with my Thanks Tadge plate. We got a lot going on this channel, our Corvette Shorts and More channel. Check that one out as well. Next Sunday on this Coffee with Conti show.
Holy cow.
Look at that. There you go. Hey,
You talk about
You
bringing
built it.
tears to my eyes.
you built that, brother.
Yep.
How did you do? I think you did pretty good.
Incredible.
I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
You said it was going to happen. It did.
Yeah, that's going to be another great conversation that I'm excited to share with you guys. And this coming Tuesday, what is that? Yeah, we're going to make it another Tech Tuesday, and I just so happen to have two more things to put on my car. Of course, I know you're going to be gentle, but don't look at me with that tone. The mirror caps have clear bra on them. They do now. Chuck is going to kill me. I'm really starting to love this Tech Tuesday thing. And if you've got a Rapid Blue or an Elkhart Lake Blue car, you might just want a little piece of what Ricky puts on his car this coming Tuesday. Have a great day. Support us by subscribing. Thumbs up the video, leaving comments down below, and I'll see you guys soon.